Like Kirby.
Nice.
He's great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move him over just a little.
Curb. Oh, Kirby!
See, he doesn't. That's why I had him on an angle.
Stay, Curbs. Okay.
Alright.
Go.
What's up, peeps? My name's Tom from Darkwing Designs, and this is my co-host Kayla from Lez Geek Out, and we are the Geeky Drinkers. And this is going to be a freaking awesome episode.
Nostalgia alert!
Absolutely. So we're going to be going into not all, because the list is seriously endless.
It is.
Our favorite cartoons growing up as a kid. And we're limiting it to just cartoons. Like either cartoons or anime.
And there's a few that have come in the last couple of years that I've grown to fond of. So
you're still big. Well, we're all still big. We're all still big kids.
We're all big kids. We're all kids at heart.
There you go.
Here. And I'm a huge toonie, so like I had to really limit my list.
No, well, it's hard because I'm writing it out. I'm just like, I'm running out of room, and I still have like 100 that I want to put on here. So
Saturday morning cartoons are not the same anymore.
And not even that. Like, okay, so I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, I set this is really bad, but I set my alarm for I think 5:25 in the morning, like before school, because that would give me enough time to get cereal and milk and watch an episode of Pokemon from the day before. So I would, even though I would watch it, I would just be like, I want to watch more Pokemon. Mm-hmm. And I did that like first thing in the morning, so I was always up super, super early.
That's how it works, yeah.
I was
a Saturday cartoonist, and I was also an after-school
cartoonist. Yeah, absolutely. After-school cartoons, the best.
Yeah, always.
So, so we have some fun drinks that we're going to be coming up. You're starting because I started last time. What are you making?
Okay, so for anyone who grew up in, I guess it would be early 2000s. It wouldn't be really 90s.
A lot of mine are 90s cartoons. I've got a couple like 80s cartoons sprinkled in there.
You're older than me, though.
I'm only 5 years older.
Still older. But anyways, for anyone, I watched Kim Possible religiously.
Yeah,
Kim Possible,
my life. Actually,
everything.
Fun part is I'm actually planning a gender bent cosplay on Kim Possible, so.
I've always wanted to do a female Ron Stoppable, so we should team up.
That would be awesome. That would be super fun.
Because Ron Stoppable is so anxious and so innocent. Poor little guy got dragged into this crap. Anyways, so I'm a huge Kim Possible fan.
My text tone is
Yep,
it's the communicator beep, so I love it.
Wade.
Yep.
You're like, what's the sitch, Wade? Anyways.
It's actually really funny though, like the amount of people that like, because I'll be like out in public and just like walking around, and I'll have people be like, "Is that from Kim Possible?" I was like, "You better believe it is."
Fuck Kim
and they're just like,
Possible.
"Fuck yeah."
I always, when I had it on my phone, I'd always be like, "What's the situation?" And then I'd read my text message, and people were like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "You never watch Kim Possible."
Kim Possible's amazing. If you haven't watched it, please do. It's fantastic.
So one of the villains on it is called Monkey Fist. Mm-hmm. If you've watched it, he's like a ninja type monkey thing. He's not my favorite character. Shigo is my favorite, but anyways, so I am doing Monkey Fist. So basically,
you're doing Monkey Fists, eh?
I'm doing Monkey Fist. So we're gonna do 2 ounces of vodka.
Ooh. Oh yeah, okay. I was like, why do you have a tall glass? Okay.
There's a lot of alcohol.
So 2 ounces. There's
2 ounces.
You actually have the exact same amount of alcohol that I do. I think. Yeah, you do. Yeah,
and then obviously, if you're gonna do a monkey, you gotta have the banana.
So cream de banana.
I've got 2 ounces of banana liqueur.
Yep. And it smells so good, eh?
Oh my god, I could add like 7 of these.
We know you love the banana.
Oh my god, shut up!
If you guys have seen the quickie clips, you'll know all about that. If not, take 45 seconds and watch. It's pretty funny.
And from last episode, I'm going to do some lovely cracking again because it hit me pretty good.
Well, and he's, like, the majority of his outfit is all black.
His outfit is a black, like, karate outfit kind of thing, right? So I wanted to do that. But I'm only doing 0.5.
Half an ounce. There you go.
Okay. And then I'm topping this bad boy up with 7-Up. Because 7-Up is awesome. This is the first yellow
Top
drink
right.
I think we had. Like pure yellow.
Yeah, I'm basically going the fun. You know what? Our drinks are probably going to look like almost identical.
Maybe.
Mine will probably be a little bit
Oh, nice.
easy.
So there is Monkey Fist.
Are you stirring it up at all?
I already did.
Shit.
So what are you
Alright.
making, lovely?
I'm making one based off of Dragon Ball Z, or I guess the first introduction of it was Dragon Ball Z. One of Tien or Tien Shinhan. If it's funny though because like the character's name is Tien, and originally when he was introduced it was Tien Shinhan, but I think they just shortened it to Tien because a lot later in the season series they just referred to him as Tien. So one of his signature moves was Soul Flare. And basically, it's just like as bright as the sun and just like blinds your enemies.
Okay.
Super underrated attack, guys. Like if you can blind your enemies, do that and then do like instant transmission and just
Done.
bam.
Done.
So that's always one thing that's bugged me. I'm like, use Solar Flare. You have 3 seconds, which in Dragon Ball Z time is you're done.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm doing 2 ounces of peach schnapps. I get to open this. Oh yeah!
The cracking noise is just orgasmic.
I love peach schnapps. It's so good.
It's not.
So,
I love anything peach.
yeah, peach schnapps is freaking awesome.
Peppermint schnapps is amazing.
I know. I've
I
actually
love
had a hard
peppermint
time
schnapps.
finding peppermint schnapps.
It's so hard.
No. The last few times that have been into the LCBO, the
Like
Liquor
both
Control
Canadian.
Board of Ontario. If you're in Ontario, it's only Ontario. Everywhere
Yeah.
else has
Grocery
whatever.
stores.
But yeah, I haven't been able to find peppermint schnapps lately.
When I went to Montreal, the alcohol was in the convenience
Everywhere,
store. It was
The
mess.
majority, yeah, it's Ontario
Because I
sucks.
walked in, I was
Ontario
like, is there an
sucks for that.
LCBO? And
they're
people were
just
like, what's
you're an
LCBO?
idiot. Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm looking for alcohol. And they're like, right there in the freezer, and a fridge. And I was
It's
like,
like,
oh.
what?
Okay.
So 2 ounces of peach schnapps. I'm also gonna do 2 ounces of creme de banane. Get that little yellow going on, because it's amazing.
It smells so good.
It's funny, because as soon as I bought this, I was just like, I cracked it open just to smell it. I was just like, I know this is delicious. And I've got half an ounce of Goldschlager. And even though
there's been way more flakes than that, I swear to God.
even that it's not that bad. Even I basically want to put it in because like
Solar
some's
flare
kind of gold and
some
stuff.
pot and cinnamon.
There we go. Got it.
I'm
So
a
I'm gonna
genius.
do half an ounce of. I should probably watch what I'm measuring. Half an ounce of Goldschlager. And then I'm going to be doing 3 ounces of pineapple juice.
He actually measures his base.
I do. Because it's delicious. And that way I have room for the ice.
That's why I topped up properly, so then I know.
Yeah, but you have a giant glass too.
That's true.
Yeah, mine's pineapple juice. Oh!
Oh, spill of the episode!
Spill of the episode.
We spill every episode.
Right on me.
I think there's one episode we didn't spill.
I'm pretty sure it is just one. Which is funny. But that's okay. Because you gotta take chances.
We're
make
both
mistakes,
yellow, but mine's more.
and get messy.
Yeah.
Like the Magic School Bus.
Oh.
Which is what we're going to be talking about today because Magic School Bus is fucking awesome. And
I got
actually,
stuck watching that in elementary school.
oh, it would be the worst thing ever, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I was a Bill Nye. You don't.
No. Don't get me wrong. I love Bill Nye, but he's not a cartoon, so we can't mention him on this episode. You didn't like the Magic School Bus?
I watched it.
No. You didn't like it?
It's alright.
Get the fuck out of here. Get out. I'm doing this on my own. She sucks.
Get over there.
So yeah, and then I'm gonna throw. Oh,
As bad as me throwing ice cubes around.
I know. Yeah, let's just do one.
Oh, mine smells interesting.
Yeah, mine's definitely way more yellow than yours.
Mine looks like pee.
Oxymene.
The only reason is because I had the Kraken.
That tastes good.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my God.
Ooh, this is really good. This is really good, guys.
Yeah, mine too.
So mine's Solar Flare. Let me try.
Monkey fist.
Because, oh my god.
Mmm.
That's not bad. That's actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
I like mine better, though. I like my Solar Flare better.
Well, there you go. You have Monkey Fist and Solar Flare.
And Solar Flare.
From Kim Possible and Dragon Ball Z.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
So, cheers, guys. Those are probably... Because one thing that I've noticed is, like, most episodes, like, one of us will have one that's, like, either really, really strong or just, like, I'll do this just because. But no, those were actually really good. Those were really tasty.
They worked out.
Bam.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, this episode's going to be fun.
It's gonna be a lot of ranting.
It absolutely is. And a lot of it, too, we want your input, too, because I know our list, like, we wanted to kind of not condense it, but we wanted to kind of keep it to a shorter...
I could have went on for hours and hours.
Yeah, we really, really could. We even had to say, like, okay, like, you've got enough, and I've got enough, and... but yeah.
There's some that we actually agree on, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice, so.
A ton, too, because Saturday morning cartoons are awesome. So, I want you guys to comment below on what your favorite all-time... I'd say top three.
Mm-hmm.
Top three favorite cartoons were, and what era they were from. So whether they were, like, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s.
2010s.
I guess 2010s now. Yeah, shit.
There might be some youngins watching this, so...
I hope not, because we're drinking.
And we're swearing.
But
I mean, like, youngins as in, like, my sister was born in 1999, so she's 18 now, so she's still youngin.
Yeah, but then they would only... I guess. Let us know your favorite cartoons. I'm just gonna jump right in. Like, one of my all-time favorite ones is based off of my drink, Dragon Ball. Like, the Dragon Ball series, because there's Dragon Ball Z. Technically, there is Dragon Ball GT, and there's also Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super is still going on. I'm, like, 30 episodes behind, though.
Oh, princess, you gotta get on that.
I know! I'm so behind on that. But, so, there's always been kind of a controversy for where Dragon Ball GT comes into play. Because Dragon Ball GT wasn't written by the original creator of the Dragon Ball series. It was actually taken over. And it's interesting, at least from what I've read online, the creator didn't like the direction that they were going for Dragon Ball GT. So he actually bought the rights back. And that's where Dragon Ball Super came in.
Makes sense.
So he kind of continued on that. But I've only watched Dragon Ball GT through once. But I finished the series. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great.
It was
It was okay. Like, it was alright. It was okay. I didn't mind it. There was definitely some cool things about it. Like, some cool... You never watched Dragon Ball at all, right?
Well, I played the video games.
The video games doesn't do the storyline.
But I know my brother
justice,
watched Dragon Ball, so occasionally I'd see, like, a couple things from here and there. But when I played the video games, I was, oh my god, he's the green guy?
Piccolo.
Over there. Yeah,
Piccolo.
He was, like, my favorite character to fight as.
Which green guy? Because I have Piccolo, who's the farthest one. No. I have a bunch. If you guys can't see, but I got a bunch of figures and stuff. The taller one? Mm-hmm. That's Cell.
Thank you.
Okay.
So he was my favorite to play for some reason.
Yeah, he's a badass.
But I never actually watched the show.
He's a villain, though.
I don't know why. I never really watched the show. My brother was really into it. I wasn't really into it. I had a different version of Toonie than my brother did. Mm-hmm. Me and my brother are both Toonies.
To be perfectly honest, I think most people
are Toonies.
Love cartoons.
I'm gonna tell you right now though, is that to be a Toonie, it's more or less like for me, I can binge watch cartoons. I can't binge watch live episodes of stuff. You know what I mean?
I can do both.
See, I can't.
Yeah.
When I watched Walking Dead,
not at all.
No, I tried to watch Shameless and.
What about Doctor Who?
I've literally not binge watched because I always watch it on time, so it's only once a week.
Wow.
I can't binge watch, but when it comes to cartoons, oh my god, I can binge watch for freaking hours. That's what makes you a real Toonie.
Interesting. The hard part that I find too is like I love cartoons, but Amanda's not as big into them.
Oh, I love.
So like on our hard drive, like I have like it's literally like I'd say probably at this point like over half of just like all cartoons. Mm-hmm. And it sucks because like the only time I really get to watch them is like late at night when... So it's kind of like the opposite. So, like, instead of, like, early morning cartoons, it's late night cartoons.
That's what happens when you become an adult.
True story.
Because, like, early morning, you have to go to work. You don't have time.
Yeah, I'm fortunate enough that I would say 6 out of 7 days of the week, I can function on, like, 4 to 5 hours of sleep.
I've learned to kind of function. I went to college and stuff like that, so functioning off about 3 to 5 hours.
Yep.
I honestly, this is the weird part. If I get a full 8 hours, I feel like crap the next morning. If I get 4 to 5, I feel really good. I feel refreshed. And
I don't mind. Like, don't get me wrong. I love sleep.
I do. Sleep is amazing.
But at the same time, I'm the kind of person. I'm a go kind of person.
I'm the same person. Yeah.
I always I
need to be doing something,
and that's why I have so many projects and stuff. But back to cartoons. So that's so Dragon Ball. I would say overall, I'm gonna say overall because even though adulthood, this one, and probably it helps because I'm still watching it with Dragon Ball Super, is my favorite all-time series for cartoons anime is probably Dragon Ball.
I can't really give an all-time one because I love so many.
Can you give a top 5?
I don't even know. I mean, I have Kim Possible, which doesn't air anymore, which makes
Kim
me
Possible
really
is
sad.
amazing. Yeah.
I have the Kim Possible. I don't know if anyone watched Recess. Was everything.
Recess was honestly, Recess was one of my favorite shows. And
Spinelli was my life.
along with Recess, another one that we agreed was amazing is The Weekenders.
Honestly, it's very underrated. Not a lot of people know about The Weekenders. It was so amazing.
I think the best part about The Weekenders though is that it's the only cartoon where they change their clothes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Throughout the episode and into future episodes.
Yeah.
They change their clothes.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that they wanted to go for.
It's nice.
Which, and super credit to the animators for doing that. Because, probably didn't take a ton of extra time, but it definitely adds to it where it's
it's more realistic.
Okay, it's more realistic. it's easier to get into.
How I see it's funny. I used to watch Recess and Weekender, so it was literally
back to back, yeah.
It was literally how I saw was your school week and then your weekend.
And then your weekend, yeah.
It was perfect.
You know what?
It was great. I loved it.
And because it was kind of the same time-ish, I'm curious if they did that intentionally. I'm not sure, because I think Recess was on longer than Weekenders.
Weekenders wasn't on that long. I wish it was because it was really
It was so good. It was so good.
And if you haven't watched The Weekenders, because as I said, it's a very underrated show.
I strongly recommend it. It's super cool. It's really, really good. It was awesome.
It was really awesome.
But yeah, top 3 or top 5. So far you've listed Kim Possible and Recess.
They're not really my top 5 though.
Okay.
Okay, so you want my top 5?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to say Family Guy is up there.
Okay.
It's a newer one.
But when did you start watching Family Guy?
First season.
No.
1999.
99. Okay.
99. My mom was so against it, but you know how you sneak in and watch it.
I think everybody's parents were against watching Family Guy.
Yeah. So after that, it was kind of Fairly Odd Parents and SpongeBob were my go-to after school.
I hate SpongeBob.
How do you hate SpongeBob?
I hate
Patrick
SpongeBob.
is no, you've grown into Squidward. That's what happens. When you are a kid, you love Patrick and SpongeBob. You grow up to become Squidward.
No, I disagree with that completely.
I hate people.
Yeah, I do hate some people. No, I just, you know what I forgot? Ren and Stimpy.
Oh my god.
I didn't put that on my list. Did you ever watch Ren and Stimpy?
Yes!
Okay, the reason why I bring that up is because, the SpongeBob where they, zoom in on something?
Yeah.
And it's, super gross, and it has, the hairs, and, just the super deep...
and everything. Yeah.
So, Ren and Stimpy, originally did that.
Okay.
And every time I see... So, I'll give SpongeBob, a nod towards Ren and Stimpy.
I kind of do, it depends on the episodes. Some episodes, I love the movie. SpongeBob movie is really good.
So
the paddy wagon.
So the funniest part about that, though, is that I don't
now
have...
they're men. No. They change their underwear. Now they're men.
Oh my god. But no, okay, so there was, so I forget who did the research, but there's actually, a whole bunch of research done on kids who watch SpongeBob, and kids who actually, watch SpongeBob on a regular basis weren't, they didn't advance intellectually as well as kids who didn't watch SpongeBob
That
on a
doesn't
regular
explain
basis.
anything.
No,
I'm pretty smart.
all like there's actually been a ton of research on it.
Oh
though.
my god!
So all like,
I must be the rare one.
I don't have it on me, but that's why I.
Me and my brother are really, really smart kids. Like, I'm going to say kids because we're still young. We're really smart. We watch SpongeBob like there's no tomorrow. Maybe we were the odd ones out.
See, I wasn't a big fan.
I don't know. I just liked it because Patrick was so stupid. It was awesome.
Okay, so 2 more.
Okay.
Well, one's kind of like, if you're on a desert island, you have unlimited electricity just to power your TV and whatever movies.
Okay, so what do I listen? Family Guy?
Yeah, so you said Family Guy. What you can revise it.
SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents.
Okay.
Because Fairly Odd Parents
that you
is really
can watch
awesome.
for the rest of your life.
Brickleberry.
That's one you mentioned a few episodes ago.
Brickleberry is awesome, and the guy who plays Woody on Brickleberry plays SpongeBob.
Really?
Yeah, Tom Kenny. Yeah.
Interesting.
Other than that, God.
One more.
I have one more. Oh my God. Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes.
Now,
can't go wrong with Looney Tunes.
Now, when you say Looney Tunes, though, are you talking about like the whole discography? Because that's been going on for a long, long time.
Platinum and Gold.
Okay.
So older ones.
Okay.
Back, way back. My mom grew up watching Looney Tunes too.
You know what I realized isn't on our list?
What?
Batman the Animated Series.
I know.
That was amazing.
It was amazing, but
so
I don't know, I just, there's so many other ones that, I've watched the Batman animated series. I love it,
It's one of the best.
I do love it, but there's some stuff that kind of outdoes it, right? So, but, for me...
Sorry, okay, so, for my list, I would say, for ones that if I was on, Desert Island, only could watch for the rest of my life, top 5, I would say...
Dragonball Z.
Yeah, I would say Dragon Ball Z for sure. Probably Darkwing Duck.
Oh my god.
Johnny Bravo.
Oh my god, I love Johnny Bravo. It's so hard, see? It's so hard. That's why I hate today's generation. They're not getting the good cartoons.
I'm gonna say...
It's hard.
Probably Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon. Growing
up. Math goes my leg. One more. It's hard. It's so hard. See what I mean? It's a struggle.
You know what? Probably Dexter's Lab.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Dexter's Lab.
Yep. That would probably be my top 5.
He has such a little girl voice though.
I love how Dee Dee just fucks everything up.
I love Dee Dee.
It's so funny.
Fuck shit up. That's life. That's the number one rule of life. Just fuck shit up.
So those were our top 5-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Other ones that do you want to go through your list and then I'll go through my list of condensed ones? Okay, go ahead.
So I don't know if anybody watched, but Hey Arnold was I liked him.
See, this is one of those shows that I wanted to like, but I couldn't get past it.
You couldn't get past the football head?
Nope.
But do you like Stewie? He's a football head.
He is totally different personality though.
That is true. I liked Hey Arnold. I watched it quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming out with a new movie.
I did hear about that.
And I'm pretty pumped to see how they do it because it's been years.
Yeah, it's one of those...
I'll go see it. I will.
I probably won't just because
Another underrated show that no one's heard of is Brace Face.
No, I loved Brace Face because it was super funny.
It is.
I really liked it.
It literally was realistic. That's how high school was when you had braces. And
you know what? I can't actually. I haven't watched that in a long time, but I definitely remember it. I remember
Brace
watching
Face
that.
is amazing.
Teletoon opened so many doors.
But I'm telling you right now, I feel bad for all the kids now. They have really crappy shows.
I don't. If they have awesome parents.
That's true.
Because when I'm at the Kitchener Farmers Market, our local farmers market, selling my Perler designs for Darkwing Designs most Saturdays, and I have a whole nostalgia cube. So I have Kim Possible and I have
I still have to buy Kim Possible off you. You gotta make me a Rufus.
I'm actually working on Ron Stoppable and Rufus.
Oh, I want a Rufus.
I'm working on them. But it's interesting though because there will be kids that are maybe 4, maybe 5, and they're just like, oh, that's like Darkwing Duck. I'm just like, your parents are succeeding because they're showing you Darkwing Duck. And there's kids where they're just like, I can name this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And I'm just like, and like, I've literally just like high-fived parents before. I'm like,
literally, like,
you
parents,
are doing a good job.
To you. Don't get them into these stupid shows that are now. Like,
but,
honestly.
like, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's good shows now.
Dora, seriously?
I said there are good shows. I wouldn't say that's a good show.
Barney!
But
Barney scared me as a kid, okay?
I didn't mind. I actually used to have like a Barney like stuffed animal.
So did I.
I think it might have been like a knockoff one because I think he had like gold shoes or something like that. I don't remember a whole lot about Barney, but whatever. Yeah, sorry. Keep going on your list.
Another one would be Rugrats.
Okay. That's a show that I watched, and I watched that because it was on. And it was like a cartoon.
Okay, so Angelica was awesome, okay? She was like this
Angelica
older sibling,
bitch.
not sibling, but older friend. She was a bitch. She was the original OG, okay? She was the original OG bitch, alright? This girl fucked up everything, okay? And honestly, I loved her. Have you ever watched Grown Up when they're older?
Yeah, I did.
It's actually pretty interesting, but you can't, like, Dill older is actually pretty interesting.
Who's your favorite character from Rugrats?
If you had to choose, I like twins. I like Phil and Lil. I love Phil and Lil. And the only reason I do is because they collide so much. It's hilarious. It's so great. But if I really had to pick one, not including the twins, Angelica, she's the OG. She's an OG.
She's a bitch.
She's a bitch, but I love it. She was like a great bitch. Like,
right.
she
shit
up.
So Rugrats, what else you got?
I have Powerpuff Girls, which I honestly adored.
I really like that one, yeah.
And Mojo Jojo was life. Okay? I had a Mojo Jojo character from, like, McDonald's or Burger King or something.
Okay, yeah.
And also then there's the lady that you never saw her face. Okay?
Just the legs.
Actually, they recently released it, though.
Really?
Like a couple years ago.
Huh.
And you wouldn't expect it.
Have you seen the new Powerpuff Girls?
I don't like it.
Like, just straight up not at all, eh?
I don't know. They want to add a fourth.
They already have.
And I don't like it. I don't know. It just balanced.
They have added a fourth. Actually, I haven't seen it, so don't quote me on it or anything like that. But there's a lot of people that are saying like it's far too stereotypical.
It is.
And like almost, I don't want to say like borderline racist, but like almost that.
Mm-hmm.
Buttercup
was my life.
I'm not going to go into further details. Like research it on your own, but it's interesting. Like I'll probably watch it because I really enjoyed Powerpuff Girls growing up.
Buttercup was me growing up. Okay. I was the Tom girl. Buttercup was me.
Yeah.
Okay. I hated Bubbles, but that's because I hated the girly girls.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, and Blossom was kind of the in betweener. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a nice balance. Yep. Buttercup was everything. Mojo Jojo was just everything to me. I love Mojo Jojo. Okay.
Absolutely.
I had so many things in Mojo Jojo. Digimon was another one. It depends. If you were strictly Pokemon, you probably didn't like Digimon.
I didn't mind it because I try again. Like I've
DJ was like
I've always tried to go into things.
Sarah.
I've always tried to go into things with the mindset of let me look at this for what it is and not try and compare it to
you
like other
Agumon?
stuff.
Like Argumon? Like come on.
I think I lasted like maybe 3 seasons of Digimon and then
I don't know. It was weird because it was different because they actually ended every character's name in Mon.
See, and that's different. But that's another thing that I wasn't super fond of. Wasn't a huge fan of.
I mean, there's Pokemon, and I'm a first gen Pokemon, 151.
Yeah.
All these new ones, I'm like, eh.
I don't know. I went up to I think the end of Gen 3 is the last one that I seriously followed.
I was a Gen 1. I know Gen 2 a little bit. But Gen 1 was me.
But you don't play Pokemon Go, though.
I don't have the data plan for that shit.
But it doesn't... We talked about this before. It doesn't use a ton of data. It kills your battery, but it doesn't use a lot of data. Anyways, so
Digimon, there was Pinky and the Brain. Okay? If you have not seen Pinky and the Brain, you are not living.
You need to watch it.
What are we doing tonight, Pinky?
Oh, I don't know,
Brain,
right?
sorry.
Oh, same thing we do every night, Pinky.
Trying to take over the world! It's like the greatest freaking show. I don't know. It's two rats. Man,
it's so funny because they're, especially later on in the series, they actually really start analyzing, who's Pinky and who's the Brain. Because a lot of the time, Brain will have like the big elaborate like I was gonna say like scheme, but like
Pinky's
plan. But then it's super awesome.
I love Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah.
I could watch it forever. And the greatest quote of all time is "Taking over the world."
Of course.
Every night what do we do every night? Take over the world.
The funny part is that like a lot of the time, like when I come home, I'll like talk to Sage and she'll like my daughter and she'll be like, "What are we doing tonight?" I was like, "Same thing we do every night, trying to take over the world." Like and she watches Pinky and the Brain as well, so
it's great.
So
Perfect.
she's just like. She'll either laugh or she'll like kind of eye roll and be like, "What are we actually doing tonight?" I'm like,
try to take over the world. Like, that's the plan. Yeah. That's what our geek agenda is to try to take over the world.
Yeah. So, after Pinky and Brain?
Cat Dog.
Cat Dog is amazing.
You know what? This is what Family Guys taught me this. But what if they wanted to marry other people? And if they have to poop, does it come out the other one's mouth?
Did you ever see... No. Did you ever see the episode where they had, like, I think it was, like, an alternate reality episode where... the opposite of Cat Dog came out, and it was basically just two butts.
Oh my god, yes!
That one was amazing.
God, Cat Dog was life.
They did actually explain that. I actually have a Cat Dog figure and like a little hydrant on my desk at work.
You want to know something funny? They have a pop vinyl of Cat Dog.
I'm not surprised with that.
And honestly, Family Guy, since like that's my older cartoons now, and same with Brickleberry and American Dad, are older
adult cartoons.
Yeah,
no, they're adult cartoons.
And Family Guy pointed out, what if they wanted to marry other people? You have a lawsuit on your hands.
No, but you have to remember.
But if they have to poop, does it come out the other one's mouth?
They just don't poop. It goes into that alternate reality where it's just
two butts
and all poop everywhere.
No, but because I'm thinking about it, I'm like, if they want to marry other people, that's a lawsuit right there.
How so?
Because like they can't, like it's just too much.
No, it would be the same thing as like conjoined twins.
I guess so.
Same thing.
I don't know. Family Guy makes me think all the time.
It's also a cartoon though, so you try and.
Now that I'm older, I actually
think,
and I've watched cartoons over now that I'm older, and I get all these naughty innuendos.
Dude, there's especially in like '90s cartoons, there's so many like dirty jokes and stuff like that.
There is,
especially in like one of my favorites is Rocko's Modern Life. Like I'll go through my list in a minute. There's so many dirty things in those.
Ren and Stimpy too.
Yeah, but that was kind of more of a like vulgar like cartoon. So. Sorry, keep going on your list.
Drawn Together is another adult cartoon. Now, if you've ever watched it, it's like a reality like house kind of like Big Brother, but like cartoons. I think it's hilarious.
I wasn't a huge fan.
You didn't like Drawn Together?
No.
I love Drawn Together.
Like it.
If you get the chance to watch it, tell us your feedback. But I honestly think that Drawn Together was, for me, I like those, like, I like the sex jokes.
Trust me, I'm not saying that I don't.
They're funny.
You know what? It could have been the time that I was watching it, because I was watching it, like, as I was a kid, and I was just like, I don't want to, like... You
gotta watch it now.
Yeah.
You gotta watch it now.
I probably should. How many seasons did they have?
I think only like 3 or 4. Okay. There wasn't much. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Okay.
See, I've never even heard of that.
You never heard of the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy? Okay. So basically,
what station was it on?
I think YTV. No, Teletoon.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, it's two friends, Billy and Mandy, and they become friends with the Grim Reaper. Okay. So it's hilarious as hell. I've just recently started because they have all the episodes on YouTube.
Oh, nice, perfect.
So I've been recently watching it again. I honestly love it. I think it's hilarious as shit. But that's just me. When I was younger, I was like, oh, whatever. But when I was now that I'm older,
there's a surprising amount of stuff that just goes over your head when you were a kid.
Yeah. So the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, another one I suggest. Jimmy Neutron.
I did like Jimmy Neutron.
Gotta have Swirl.
I like that one.
The Swirl.
Just the one.
I've watched so much Jimmy Neutron. They did a Jimmy Neutron Fairly Odd Parents crossover.
Really?
Yes, they did.
How would that work, though? Because he's all CGI in their cartoon.
Watch it. Just watch it.
I think I'll have to.
It's actually very interesting. They switch lives.
Oh,
okay. So, for me, I'm a Fairly Odd Parents fan, obviously, because I watched it when I was a kid. Growing up after school, I'd come home, watch SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents. Jimmy Neutron was another one of my favorites. Yep. Codename Kids Next Door, if you've ever watched it. It was actually pretty interesting.
No, I never seen that one.
And Wayside.
And I've never even heard, like, because that's based off the books, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I have the books too.
I love the books.
The books are amazing.
Haven't seen the series.
You gotta watch the TV show. It's actually really good. And then for newer ones, Phineas and Ferb.
That one is pretty funny just
like
because of the stuff
Ferb.
that they get into.
It's just literally all they do on summer vacation. And honestly, if
it
I
doesn't go throughout the year though.
No, it's just
like
summer
through the
vacation.
school year?
No, it's summer vacation.
Do they just have? Is this still going?
Yeah.
How many seasons is it? Like 8, 9?
I have no
More than
idea.
that?
I've played the game.
Yeah, I've played it. Sage has played a couple games.
Phineas and Ferb is amazing. I also have Archer for the adults.
Yeah,
Archer's
cartoons
great.
are good. Yeah.
There's Archer. But yeah, that's pretty much. I had to condense it. There's still so many I could talk about.
Yeah.
I had to condense
Well,
it.
and I think it'd be interesting to see like what kind of just like TV shows in general. We should probably do an episode on like just TV shows.
Yeah. I think so, because there's a lot.
We should do that. Tell us your favorite TV episode. We'll take a look and see if we've seen it. If not, we'll do the same thing like we're doing with Stranger Things and Rick and Morty and Doctor Who and Game of Thrones. We'll check them out. Because we're always looking to
blow
expand
our
brain.
minds.
That's a pretty solid list.
It is.
That's a pretty tight list.
It's so hard because I have so many just going in my brain right now that I just want to kind of spit out, but I was like, oh my god, they're so long.
Yep.
There's so many. I'm a 90s kid, okay? Come on. I was born in 92. This is what happens.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that.
Like, I have to say, like, my sister was born in 99. She calls herself a 90s kid. She ain't a 90s kid. She's a millennial.
Yeah. Well, when you're 1 year old, yeah. But the interesting part is that you say millennials. Millennials is actually, I think, 1982 to...
No, millennials are 2000s, are they not?
Nope.
Because that's the new millennium.
No, I know. But if you look at the, like... You know how there's like Gen X and things like that? If you look at it, like millennials, quote, quote, is from like 1982, I believe, to current.
So I guess my mom's a millennial too.
So technically I am. Which is weird because I see like... Seriously, I've looked into this.
It doesn't make sense.
Look into it.
I don't like it. I'm a 90s kid. Enough said.
I agree because I, like, growing up through the 90s, I was like 13 when it ended. So
I was turning 7 when it ended.
Yes.
But I still, like, how I see it is if you were born... Yeah, but see, if you were born 1966 or before, you're not a 90s kid.
1966? Of course you're not a 90s kid.
I'm a 92. My ex
If you're
was
born
a
in
90s.
1966, you'd be 50 in the 90s. No.
You're born 1996.
You said 66.
Oh, my bad.
Have some more of your drink, Kayla.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go through my list of my favorite cartoons growing up as a kid. So obviously there is Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT. I liked all that. I actually never watched Dragon Ball GT until last year because I was just like,
no,
I don't want to watch it. I've heard too many bad things, and I was just like, I need to watch it just to say that I've watched it.
It's
and
like
to
me
see
with
what it
certain
is.
things, right? Like there's the animated Power Rangers, and I've like.
What?
You didn't know there's animated Power Rangers? Did you know the original Power Rangers are supposed to be in Japanese? That's why their mouths don't add up.
No, absolutely. That's why in the American, we actually talked about that a little bit in a couple episodes ago, or a few episodes ago, where all the fight scenes and everything are from the Japanese show, but all the like interactions while they're in school and everything like that. That's all the original cast did. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. But yeah, so along with the Dragon Ball series, Recess is another Recess and Weekenders. They're my jam. I love those. Darkwing Duck I love Darkwing Duck.
I couldn't do it.
I'm the terror that flaps in the night.
Okay.
Love it. Rocko's Modern Life. Did you ever watch Rocko's Modern Life? Okay. That one had a surprising amount of like inappropriate jokes in
Not
it.
surprised.
Sailor Moon is another one that was on my top 5. Pokemon. I watch Pokemon.
Well, we don't consider Pokemon anime, so if you say Pokemon's anime, it's not.
I don't consider it anime. Some people do. That's totally fine. I don't have a problem with that. I don't consider it anime. But along with that, Samurai Pete's Cats, because I love Samurai Pete's Cats. It's so underrated, but it's so funny because they made fun of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles so much. I loved it. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon is another one that I loved. So good.
I like the old ones where they actually had to wear the costumes, like in the real life.
No, you're thinking the movies.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the Gummy Bears cartoon?
No.
Okay, that was like late 80s. So Gummy Bears was like, Gummy Bears jumping here and there and everywhere. It was awesome. You should absolutely check that out. Garfield. Garfield was one of my favorite cartoons growing up because
I watched it.
Garfield's awesome.
It
He's
is.
so lazy.
Except for
you know what though? Okay, so we'll talk about this a little bit more in like the Christmas episode, but one of my probably my top favorite like Christmas special of every there's like Christmas specials of almost anything now.
Mm-hmm.
The Garfield Christmas special is like one of my favorites. Like probably like my all time. Absolutely, I'll watch it like multiple times.
It's like me watching A Christmas Story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Christmas Story is my life.
Magic School Bus. Love Magic School Bus.
I think the reason I don't like it is because we had to watch it every freaking day at school, and it was just
every day.
Not literally, but you know what I mean. Like we're forced.
No, man. Like when we watched Magic School Bus at school, it was basically either Magic School Bus or like Bill Nye the Science Guy. If
you knew when the TV was in there, you're watching Bill Nye.
Yeah, when you had the TV rolling, you're just like, oh
yes. Now it's like you bring a TV and you're like, oh, history movie.
So Magic School Bus recently got rebooted on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched it. Sage, like my daughter, she watched I think the first episode, and she complained the whole time, and she loves the original Magic School Bus. And I told her, I said, like, if you don't want to watch it, that's okay. Just turn it off, and that's okay. But I told her, I said, don't go into it expecting it to be the exact same as the other one, because you're going to be disappointed. What'd she do? She went into it expecting that, and she was disappointed.
It's like with
So I even told her that. I was like, if you're looking for it to be a carbon copy or just an extension of that, it's not gonna do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to watch that. That'll be fun. Kim Possible is another one that I love.
Close to the heart.
I was saying I guess it would be, yeah. But Kim Possible's freaking awesome. I love Kim Possible. My text tone ringtone is actually the Kim Possible, the communicator beep. So that's awesome. I actually get a lot of compliments on a lot of people being like, "That's from Kim Possible, isn't it?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, it is. It's great." What other ones? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, what I was telling you before, the original cartoon, so good. And another one that I really liked was the real Ghostbusters. Because, it was funny though, because when the cartoons came out, there was a cartoon that came out as the Ghostbusters, but it wasn't like the actual Ghostbusters, like the franchise. They just had the name for the cartoon beforehand.
Okay.
So the creators, because they were developing it basically at the exact same time, so when they came out, they were like, well, we're the real Ghostbusters. So they actually ended up doing way better than like the original Ghostbusters. It's very, very interesting. Dexter's Lab is another one. Love that one. On my top 5.
DD fuck shit up.
Love it. Animaniacs. You said you never ever watched it.
I know, I've watched it. It's just like
Yakko, Wacko, and Dot.
I never really watched it like in the sense of like
full episodes.
Yeah.
Man, if you guys have seen Yakko's country song, amazing. He goes through like every single country. Super funny. Do you know? So the funny part about that is, so Animaniacs was put on by the WB network, which is Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So Yakko.
You don't hear much about it anymore.
No. Oh no, they're still super prominent. But so the Warner Brothers are Yakko and Wacko, and they have like a sister, but there's the dot in between the WB, so that's where they got the names from.
Got it.
So that was pretty funny. Cat Dog is another one that I super, super love. Cat Dog's awesome. Pepper Ann, yeah, actually, Pepper Ann is another one. Yeah, absolutely. Too cool for 7th grade.
Too cool.
Love it. Pepper Ann was actually kind of an underrated one. There's not actually. I was trying to find the episodes online, and it's surprisingly hard to find Pepper Ann episodes.
It is. It wasn't a very prominent show.
I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I really, really enjoyed it. Your drink is pretty hefty.
A
Did you ever watch Tiny Toon Adventures?
little bit.
I loved it. It was basically like so you like Looney Tunes though, right?
Oh, I love Looney Tunes.
So it's basically like the kid or baby versions of the Looney Tunes.
Oh God.
No, super funny. Actually, one of my alarm ringtones is the Tiny Toon Adventures themes. It's like we're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony. In this cartoony, we're invading your TV.
Oh my God.
It's pretty great. So you should check it out.
All
But
right.
another one that I didn't really this is more of an adult cartoon. Is Undergrads. Did you ever watch Undergrads?
No.
Oh man, it's so funny. They only had one season, but it's so fucking good.
I'll check.
Any Undergrads fans, leave a like below and leave a comment below on your favorite episode because I'll chat about that with you all day long.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love that. Actually, the creator was supposed to be at Fan Expo this past year.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't actually. At least I'm pretty sure, if my memory serves me correct.
Okay.
My drinks kind of hit me a bit hard, so I might be a little wrong on that. But I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be there. But Undergrads, I'll have to lend it to you because I've got the DVD and it's fucking hilarious.
All right. Well, I'll watch it for sure.
It's definitely good. So that's kind of my list of cartoons that I grew up with, and we would absolutely love to know what cartoons you guys grew up with. I'm 100% confident that at least some of our favorites are on your list. If not, please tell us. Let us know what your favorite cartoon is. Give us your top 3.
Yeah.
Because I'd say that's a pretty good list. Because as you said before, it's very hard to pick one that's above
Dominant,
the rest.
yeah. It really is.
So it's tricky.
But anyways, cheers.
It's cheers, absolutely. Are you gonna down that? That's a good spill. We're both covered in booze today.
Yeah.
Good times. Yeah, and you know what, as because I have Sage is 12 and Salem, my son, he's 8 months, and I think it's super important for our generation to show our kids or the younger generation really good cartoons.
Yeah, because the cartoons today are just really not as good as they used to be.
They're hit and miss.
You know what's funny? Because Rick and Morty's introduction kind of reminds me of a 90s cartoon.
It does, because it gives you kind of a precursor of what's coming in the episodes.
Yeah.
And we were actually talking. So we were told to watch Rick and Morty and Stranger Things and stuff like that. We've actually both started watching Rick and Morty. I think I'm on episode 8 or 9 still. You're on episode 4.
Yeah.
Episode 4. Okay.
I'm behind.
You're behind the times.
I'm always behind the times.
Behind the times. Damn. But so Rick and Morty's actually pretty funny. I think it's really great that there's still cartoons that are being made for adults.
Yes.
Because I think they realize that our generation is still watching that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're still watching animated cartoons and everything like that.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
So yeah, so that was a little kind of glimpse into what we grew up with watching. Actually, speaking of 80s and 90s cartoons, this coming New Year's at City Hall, they're actually having a 80s, 90s, and 2000s cartoon event.
Nice.
So they're gonna be having this is awesome. They're gonna be having a cereal bar. So there's gonna be a whole bunch of different kinds of cereal, and some stuff from the 80s and 90s and stuff like that you can have. They're encouraging people to dress in their pajamas and their onesies and stuff like that. I'm gonna be there as a vendor selling perler bead stuff. I'm gonna be making probably stuff from everything on both of our lists, just because I love that stuff.
Yes.
And I'm not alone. I know a lot of our lists overlapped.
Yes, it really did.
Which is great. So I'm really curious to see what you guys have for your favorite cartoons, or if you agree or kind of disagree with anything that we say.
Let us know, honestly.
Yep.
We're not very biased-ish.
No, and I'm always open to looking at new stuff.
Yes.
So so I think with that we'll wrap the episode up. So,
cheers.
Cheers, lady. I had ice again. I was going to spit it out, but you got freaked out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cheers, guys. I can't hold it anymore. So I'm going to finish my drink, which is delicious. And with that, I think I might actually steal a little bit of hers, because hers was actually really good. Yeah, it was pretty good. I still like mine a little bit better, though. But she's gone, so I'll finish up the episode. And yeah, as always, make sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube video. That's always super appreciated. We're going to be announcing a giveaway fairly soon, so we're still figuring out details and everything like that on that. You'll have to be a Canadian resident to enter. Sorry for anybody who's watching internationally or down in the States. But yeah, we'll announce details probably in the next week or two. And yeah, it'll be fun. So with that, stay geeky, and we'll see you next week.